do you think that there is now not as much of a consequence for taking bad shots leading to more shots, which is leading to the influx of scoring? Because any of these players, so in the Luka game where he dropped the 61, he was. I just had it in front of me. So, well, actually, in that game, he shot very well. He shot 21 for 31, but on average, Luka's shooting like 18 for 29, 10 for 26. These are the numbers he's shooting. They're not exactly high percentage numbers. Yes, he's averaging 50 for the year, but these games where he's going off, he's not shooting the ball well. It's just going in a lot.
Well, I think it also has to do with, I mentioned the physicality, but you said that, people are chucking up more shots. I think that this game has now evolved where people are also shooting more 3-point shots, and three-point shots
Absolutely.
tend to bounce and lead to longer rebounds, and that negates like a bigger body. If you have a longer rebound, that's going to favor someone who is faster, or who is already in closer position to where that ball is going to bounce to just run up and get it, than a 7-footer who's standing under the paint, you know, trying to get a ball that's going to bounce to the mid range. So I think it's easier to get a rebound or your own rebound off of a 3-point shot than it is to, secure a rebound when you're smaller with a layup, or, you know, something like that. A close range shot.
Well, then we get to my personal favorite game of this week, which was the fully health. Well, I don't want to say fully because they were missing Robert Williams, but the almost fully healthy Boston Celtics scoring 117 points against the OKC Thunder, missing Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, 150 points to 117. If you can look at the OKC Thunder, see them score 150 points in regulation time, that's kind of like a clarion call that something changed. The scoring is ridiculous. Growing up, it wasn't uncommon for us to see games where if you scored 100 points, if your team scored 100 points, you got free fries from McDonald's because it was so unheard of. That used to be such a big deal. And now the arguably worst team in the NBA, 150 points. And the impressive thing about it is they didn't exactly have any player go off. Like, yeah, Josh Giddey was their leading scorer, but he only had 25. They had like 6 players score above 20.
Yeah.
I just don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. I am a fan of defensive basketball. That's how I learned the game. That's the side of the game I love the most, and it's the side that impresses me the most. But I'm kind of liking
And
this.
that's why.
Why am I liking it?
Are you liking it?
It is. It feels more nail bitey because yes, like in the Celtics, Thunder, and I love the Celtics. They are probably my pick right now to go all the way. But I like seeing, in my opinion, the best team in the NBA get absolutely massacred. And most of these games aren't ending that way. We're seeing a lot more buzzer beaters, a lot more overtime, a lot more just confidence in taking those last shots, and they're making them at more frequent rates. It's just exciting basketball. And yes, the chase down blocks are always going to be exciting. The late game defensive stands are always going to be exciting. But even as someone who's not a Kawhi Leonard fan or a Raptors fan, the bouncing game winner, that was exciting. And there's always going to be that draw. And it feels like we are at a point where that is just an every night thing.
I don't know about every night, but yeah, there's been a lot more competitive games. I mean, if you look at the standings, they are probably the closest they've been in a while. A long while, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, for both conferences. Yeah, the parity in the NBA right now is probably the best it's ever been since I've been following the NBA, which has been since I was like 5 years old. So it's been a while, and it's never felt this close. Any given night, well, no, I wouldn't say the worst team because Houston Rockets aren't. I'm betting against the Houston Rockets and the Spurs every night on FanDuel, but most nights the games can go either way. And I appreciate that because, as you are aware, I am a fan of parity and balance and the competitive nature of the game rather than just, oh, the Warriors will be in the finals in a couple months. There's no point in following the season.
Close it is. I remember times that we've done episodes and I've looked at the standings and I saw the Warriors out of the playoffs completely and I saw the Mavericks as like a play-in team as the 9 seed. The Mavericks on a 7-game win streak are currently number 4 in the West and 2.5 games out of first. The Warriors are the 9 seed right now going 6 and 4 in their last 10. This is close. I think I know I've bashed on the Lakers and I know I've bashed on the Timberwolves, but honestly, both of those teams are a hot streak away from being right back into the playoff picture and honestly even making like a 5-6 seed with a good run. The 6th seed right now is the Clippers at 21 and 18. The Lakers are the 12th at 17 and 21. They're literally like what, a 4-game win streak and a 4-game loss streak away from that. That's not that huge.